Hello everybody and welcome back to Going Medieval. As always, I am Dor, and today we're going to go ahead and up our defenses here by placing down stick traps all along the wall here. So what I want to go ahead and do is place them along the outside like that, and I'm not sure if our people can actually get to those, so we might have to punch a hole through the wall to go ahead and let them fix those or build those. And then we're also going to go ahead and place one on this side of the wall as well, so that when the enemies come, they go ahead and get poked by this thing, try and break through the wall, and then if they do break through the wall, they get poked on this side as well, and then they have to go to our people and fight them kind of injured, hopefully, and our people can go ahead and take care of them a little more easily than fighting them at full health here. So in between episodes, I went ahead and finished off the apartment thing here, kind of, not really though. So on the roofing here, we had to go ahead and use a thatch roof because we didn't have a roof quite on the building when winter rolled around. So we just went ahead and put a thatch roof on there because that was the fastest thing we can do, because we had just a bunch of straw laying around. So we had that up and running really quickly. And so what I want to go ahead and do is tear out this, put another floor on it, and then put this roofing on it. But we kind of have to wait on that because our people are going to start planting again. We need the food because we are completely out. We went through the whole winter not having any issues with the food this time around because we had 4 of our people die. These 3 people are all brand new. I think this person was here last episode, or maybe I picked them up as soon as I wrapped up and started progressing the world here, but I don't remember. I think these 3 for sure are new. We had 4 of our other people die, so over in our cemetery we have 4 more plots, and in this one we have Adam, we have Jonathan, we have Wigolf, and then we have Alan. So we have 6 of our people dead. We still have our founders up here. They haven't died yet, which is kind of surprising to me, but it's okay, I guess. So we went ahead and took out a bunch of the building over here. We have this stuff still there. We haven't torn it out yet. I'm kind of debating on where I want to build that, or when I want to build the workshop rather, because we really aren't using any of this stuff. And unless our people are going to be making better equipment than what we're wearing right now, some of this stuff's really not making any sense to build out for me, honestly. And then over here in our storage room, we had some stuff caving in. So if we go to the bottom floor here, we had to go ahead and add in some pillars. So we have a pillar here now, a pillar there, and a pillar and a pillar. So we had to go ahead and add in some pillars because the top floor here just started caving in. It was fine without anything on it, but as soon as we started loading up the floors here, especially like right here in the center, everything started falling through. We weren't losing anything, I don't think. I think it was just breaking the floors and the stuff was falling down. So that's why there's pillars now, and then I went ahead and re-added the floor and all that stuff and redid the little stockpile thing, so it's still storing stuff in here. And then we had that same issue happen with our storage thing on the bottom there that we built out. So we had to go ahead and add in some braces because this room right here was the first room we dug out, and the middle bit here caved in and was from the surface all the way down. And then it kind of did it right here too, but it didn't go all the way down into the storage thing. It stopped one layer down for some reason. So we went ahead and added in the braces and it seems to have fixed it. We're still waiting on our people to go ahead and take all this stuff out and bring in the stuff that's supposed to be in here. They're just not quite doing it just yet. But eventually all of this stuff will go in there, and then this stuff will go ahead and go to the stockpiles it's supposed to be going to. But I think that's all that was accomplished in between episodes here, if I'm remembering everything correctly here. But let me go ahead and start laying down some of these stick things, and we should be good. Oh, you know what? Another thing I'm going to go ahead and do as well is we're not going to use this stone type. Once this wall is done, we're not using any more of this stuff. We're going to go ahead and use the normal limestone stuff because that is so much easier and faster to go ahead and build with. If we want to go ahead and like splurge or something on a building and make it look fancy and use that type of stone, then we will, but that's something that we're not going to burn on building a wall because that is just taking forever to get built. But anyways, we can go ahead and do this, right? We're going to go ahead and mine out this little section here because we don't really need it, and I don't want to put any spikes on that. There's really no point. We can go ahead and line this little corner with some spikes, and hopefully they come and do this, but we have to actually place these one at a time, which is not great. I kind of want to just drag and drop. Yeah, I can't drag and drop. It's not an option. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this side of the wall, and then hopefully they can come and do this. If they can't reach this, then again, we have to punch a hole through the wall so they can go ahead and get to it, but hopefully we don't have to do that. and hopefully one layer is going to be enough for these guys to go ahead and do. And then let's see, on this side, we have a little ramp that comes up, so we have to do away with that. Do we have another ramp down here they can come up with? We have a ramp there, and we have a ramp there. They can come up here, and they can't get up another level. Okay, so all we need to do is actually mine out this stuff over here. So was there another one over here? I totally spaced on it. No, so let's take out this one, and then once they're done with that, and done with this thing, we're going to go ahead and mine out that one. And hopefully we are okay. So I can also go ahead and have my research person start researching some of the tier 2 books because we don't have any of those right now. And we currently have 182 of the tier 1 books. So we can go ahead and research this and research this. And then we just have to wait for some of the tier 2 books to come in so we can go ahead and research some more stuff here. We also have another furniture tab. What is that? Oh, it's like fancier tables. Okay. And let's see. What are we looking like on food? We're going to not be too great on food because we are just now rolling into spring and we don't have anything planted. So what if I go ahead and have some of our people go hunting, because we can't get to these animals because they're up there and there's no way up for our people. We also had a fight up here on the hillside because last time I had a fight, or one of the raids, I killed everybody right here and our people didn't do anything with the dead bodies. They didn't move them or anything. I didn't realize the pyre thing kind of only has so many uses before it breaks, because I guess it only burns so many bodies. But that's what happened. I didn't realize it happened, and then the bodies stayed here until they turned into bones. And so every morning our people would wake up, come this way to go into the stockpile or go to the church stuff over here, and they'd see the bodies constantly, and they'd have that negative effect for seeing a dead body, and then our people would just get really angry with us. And so that wasn't great. So I went over here and had all our people walk up on the top of the cliff here and just hang out, and then our archers were shooting the people as they were coming to us because they have to come up all these ramps just to get to us. And so that's how I dealt with that raid that just happened sometime in the winter here. They were relatively easy to get killed, and we didn't damage or lose any of our people during this little thing, but I have them up here just so that our people aren't constantly looking at them. And if I'm able to, I might do that every time we have a raid here, because if they spawn over in this area or somewhere over here or something, we can go ahead and have them go up here, and I think the raid targets our people. I don't think they target our buildings or anything like that. I could be wrong. I don't know. I might have got lucky and they came right to us, but I'm going to go ahead and try that whenever we do have another raid here. I'm just going to go ahead and walk our people up here and then kind of just camp this ramp, or this ramp and this ramp, because those are the only two ramps that allow them to get to our level. And so we'll go ahead and give that a go, I suppose, if we have a raid today at some point. I guess as they're planting and getting things kind of squared away, we can go ahead and delete this stuff over here. So let's go ahead and remove the building here, and we'll go ahead and replace this stuff with the limestone variant in a second when we get around to it. But I want to go ahead, and I guess we can go ahead and just shove all of the stuff into one big workshop, and then we can have our people start doing the things just to see if we get better gear than what we have. Because like I said last episode or the episode before, I generally can't remember, but we do need to go ahead and worry about the hit points and stuff that is available on the gear that they have. And then some of our people are even good at like smithing and stuff, so we might generate better gear than we are currently getting from the enemies. So we might be kind of hurting ourselves by not doing this stuff. Like Caitlin here has 20 smithing, so she might make some decent gear. This person has bonus XP generation if we have them smithing, so that might be something worthwhile doing as well. I'm actually going to go ahead and have some of these people ignore the breaking down of stuff, because we need our plants and stuff getting planted. So we need people with the botany stuff going and doing stuff. So we're going to have this person set to 1 and 1. And then who else is really good at botany? This person's at 24 and 24. So yeah, let me go ahead and drop all of these people that are really good at botany into going back and planting and growing our food, so that we have stuff generating, because we're about to run into some issues here if they don't. So do we have a 14 and a 15? We do. Okay, so let's drop these two over to it as well, and then we'll leave these other ones alone. And I guess it really didn't matter because the building is already deconstructed, and so swapping them over to it didn't really matter. Okay, whatever. So let me go ahead and put it into double time here so that they're actually planting a little quicker here, and we can go ahead and get some food going, because we only have enough food for, what is that, 29 meals? That is going to be 3 days worth of food for our people here, unless we go ahead and have some of them start hunting, which I gotta look and see where some animals are. So we have a wolf up there and a whole bunch of deers over in the corner. We have some more rabbits and stuff over there. We have a bunch of rabbits over there. Let me actually hide highlight these guys, and hopefully they'll go ahead and start hunting the rabbits over here. So that might happen. And then let's see, what else do we got over here? We have those guys up there that they're not going and hunting because I'm guessing there's probably not a way up there for them to get those. So we'll just see if they go ahead and get those bunnies. I guess that's the really only meal thing that we can actually reach right now without having to build out some stairs and stuff like that. So I went ahead and put a reinforced door here, and that is the most HP door that we have right now. So at 500 hit points versus the 300 and the 120 that the normal door is that we've been using for everything. So hopefully with that door there, it is a little less health pointy than the wall, but at least we'll be able to go ahead and have them kind of funnel through. If they do break through that, we have a little choke point we can go ahead and hopefully have them on. But we're going to go ahead and have the things completed there. I'm going ahead and placing them through everywhere. We have the metal traps available to us now that require the mechanical components, but I don't know how we make those yet. I don't think we can. I think we need a different table or something to go ahead and produce those. So I don't think we're actually able to make any of that stuff at the moment. We do have some mechanical parts because you spawn in with some mechanical parts, but we don't have a way of making them just yet. So we'll just go ahead and stick with the stick traps right now, and then hopefully this kind of helps us in the long run here and gets us a little safer going further into the game here. We are also done with the planting again, so we don't actually have to have all of these people on the planting stuff. So let me go ahead and swap all these people back to defaulting on 3, and then we can go ahead and allow them to kind of just pick and choose what they need to do here. We would like to have them go hunting, and I don't know if our people did that or not. We do have a couple of them hunting right now, or one of them at least is hunting, and I don't see all of those rabbits anymore, so I'm gonna guess we got a couple of them, because I don't see any on the map anymore. We do have these ones up here, but these were the ones that were up there to begin with. We highlighted like 6 of the rabbits, so I'm guessing we might have got them already. Raw meals, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I guess we can check that, right? Let's go downstairs. Yeah, I'm not seeing any in the stockpile here, so maybe not. I'm not too sure, but we have people getting food, so we should be kind of okay here. And then what we can also do is have them start prioritizing the stick traps here by having them cut down a bunch of trees out in the wild here. So let's go ahead and have them harvest these guys because we don't mind having those get harvested. And then I'll just go around highlighting every tree that I can here to go ahead and have them get as many sticks as they can. And we just got enough points to go ahead and research something else, so we can do the fermenting, which is going to give us the vinegar, so we can go ahead and use it for cooking or pickling, I guess. And I don't know if we really want to do that. I guess we can, just to go ahead and add in some more time to our food, I suppose. So with that unlocked, where does it go? It goes into this thing, so we do need another one of these guys in this room to go ahead and produce the vinegar. And did I never set these back on making stuff? Nope, I did not. Okay, so let me fix that. These guys can go ahead and make their own little things here. So we need you making that stuff. We need you making the first one, and then we need you making the last one there, and then we need another one down to go ahead and make the vinegar. So let me go ahead and place that guy there as well. So we'll spin this around and place it there. Should work. And then once it's placed, we can go ahead and set it. And then this guy can make the pickled vegetables if we want to go ahead and do that as well, since that's the third recipe that we didn't have set beforehand. So we have this one making the normal stuff, the fancy meals, and then the pickled vegetables. And currently we only have this table going because we have so much of the tier 1 books. So eventually we'll have to turn on all of those when we get going through the research here to go ahead and actually use them again. Okay, so our people are making some good headway on the spike traps here, but I went ahead and looked at our stuff down here. So if we go ahead and click on this stuff, because we have some raw meat going in here, we have some meals going in here now, moving all of our stuff down here did absolutely nothing. So all of our stuff still is going to go bad because the temperature in the rooms are still too hot, which I don't understand, right? I don't know what else we could do. There's no ice or anything we can make to put in here, so we're as far down as we can get, and I don't know what else we can do. All I can think of is maybe lining the walls with the clay here, because the clay has the best insulation out of all of the stuff here. So the wood gives us a 0.6, the clay gives us a 0.93, the what is this? The limestone gives us a 0.7, and then the stone brick one gives us the 0.75 thermal insulation. So what I think I'm going to end up trying to do here, if it helps, it helps. If not, then I really don't know what else we can do here because we can't go any deeper. So we're going to go ahead and try and line the walls with clay here. And in order to do that, we need to go ahead and mine out the walls. So what I need to do is actually mine out this one. Oops, what did I just mine on? No, please don't mine that. We need it to mine here, not the very top there. Let's actually go there, and then if we go... Why is it not highlighting the ones I want? There we go. So let's go ahead and do this wall, and we have to do this kind of slowly, right? Because if we mine out this one, we're going to have a cave-in, so we need to build around it, and then mine that little section out. We're going to replace that before we move any further, and hopefully that kind of helps us get the situation under control here. We're only going to do this first room to see whether or not it's actually going to have any effect, because if it doesn't, then there's no point in doing the rest of the rooms here, but if it does, then that's great. So we're going to go ahead and have them mine that stuff out. I'm going to actually highlight our people to go ahead and prioritize the mining here. So let's go ahead and have somebody that's not already out hunting to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and ignore the hunters. I'm just going to go ahead and set everybody on mining that isn't hunting right now, because we need the food coming in. So hopefully those people can go ahead and do this as well, and then we can go ahead and put this into 3x mode here so they can come down here and just mine this little section out. Actually, they're probably going to go here and mine this thing out as well, which if they go ahead and do, that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to go ahead and wait until they come down here and mine this stuff out. Hopefully we don't have a cave-in, and then we can go ahead and replace the walls really quickly here. Okay, so we have a raid coming in right now, and they are spawned over here, so the only way to us right now is this ramp, so we need to go ahead and guard that. So what I want to go ahead and do is have all of our archers kind of on the ridge line here, so I'm going to go ahead and actually unhighlight everybody else. Oops. Let me do that. So let's go ahead and highlight our archers, and we'll go ahead and have them stand right here so that they are overlooking the little thing that they have to come up. And then we can have everybody else kind of just camping the little ramp here and hopefully kill them as they come up it, so that we don't have them get too far into our thing here, so we don't have to deal with the negative of seeing the dead bodies over and over again. So let me go ahead and have these guys start walking over there, and then as they get here, hopefully these guys aren't rushing just yet, so I can go ahead and rearrange them a little bit here. And I just want to double check as well to make sure that we don't actually have them coming up anywhere else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no other way up right now. We also removed the ramp over there, so they can't go that way. The only option they have is to come this way. And actually, I'm kind of curious what would happen if I mine out the floor here before they come this way, because there's no other way for them to get to me because all of the other ramps are gone. What would happen? Let me actually highlight everybody again and actually have them mine this thing out. So can I do that, or is it not going to let me do that? Oh, it is going to let me do that. Okay, so let me decommission everybody from being in the army, and then we can go ahead and have them mine this thing really quickly here. So let's change this back to mining, and hopefully they can go ahead and get that done. No, I need you guys to prioritize this. Oh, don't go down there. No, 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 no. Don't go down there. Please go back up there and then mine from the top like a normal person. Uh-oh. Mine faster. Nope, they're not going to mine it. Okay, we can't mine it in time, so let's go ahead and have everybody come back. And actually, I think we might have messed up a little bit. I'm going to have these guys pull back. They can't pull back. We're about to lose the 2 archers that were right there by the thing. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, trying to pull that thing down, or trying to mine that thing before they came up was a real bad idea. Real bad idea. Yeah, Summerhill is unconscious. Shoot, someone just died. Someone else just died. And did we lose that or did we win that? I think we lost it because that's the little defeat thing. Yep, we lost that. Somebody was dead there. I didn't quite catch that name. We do have some red names on the side there, so that's really not great for us. The bandits are leaving, though. What are we down to? 3, 6, 7. So we just lost another 2 people there. 2 of our people died for sure. I want all of our people to stop fighting if we can, please. Can you guys not do that? And I need you guys to retreat and go back to doing your own thing here. Man, that stinks. I shouldn't have messed with the mining thing. I should have just left that be. And I think this person's going to get stuck downstairs if they stay there and mine it, which I don't want them to do. So I guess we can't mine that thing away without them getting stuck down there. Unless we can put a staircase down, right? I don't want this mined anymore. I changed my mind. Stop it. We need to go ahead and enable that stuff to get picked up. We also need to go ahead and place down some graves because we are just constantly losing people now, which is really kind of annoying. We can't get things done as quickly as we were because we're losing people, and then whenever we do get some more people, we get an unlucky raid. We had 9 people there going into it, and for whatever reason, it spawned 12 people to raid us, so we were going into that with a disadvantage regardless. Let me go ahead and put a thing there, a grave, not a mine, and then can we put one there too? Cool. Okay, so we didn't kill any of the raiders, I don't think. I don't see any other bodies other than our 2 people here. And who did we lose? We lost Hendrik, and we lost whatever Pipery. I don't even know who those people were. I think those were, one of them was the new person, so I'm not too worried about that. And then the other person is whoever that person was. I don't know who it was. It was one of our archers. So it's whatever, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to try something. I don't know if this is actually going to work or not. So what we're going to go ahead and do is take some limestone here. We're going to go out one from the flooring here like that. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is plop down a limestone staircase on this side of the thing. And actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's not do that there. Let's go ahead and back it up by one. So it goes there. And then what we'll end up doing is plopping another limestone thing off of the floor here to go ahead and have a 2-space gap there. And what we'll end up doing is having our workers go ahead and break the tiles here after we go ahead and mine this thing out so that we can go ahead and get back in here, and then we'll break those things. And then anytime we actually need to go down here to grab something, I don't know, trees, or we want to start mining the floor out over here or something, we can go ahead and add those back in. And that way the enemy has no way of getting to us going forward here except for spawning somewhere else. Like if they spawn this way, they can get to us. If they spawn on this side of the map, they have to go through this wall, I think is the only way for them to get to us. And then same thing over here. If they spawn on this side, they have to go through this wall. I don't think they can just jump straight down to us. I think they have to have some sort of a pathway to get to us, which they don't currently have, other than this one. That's the last one from this side of the map here. So I don't know if the game is going to know that and then only spawn them on this side of the map going forward, in which case we can go ahead and start like laying down a ton of stick traps and the other traps and stuff. But I think that's going to go ahead and work a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it into double time here. We are really low on food. I had to go ahead and switch all of our people back to harvesting the food here because I think some of it is ready, or at least the berries are ready. I think some of the carrots are ready right there underneath. We also need them to go ahead and bury these people. So whenever they wake up, I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of them to go ahead and take the bodies because the graves are ready to go. They just don't have the bodies in them just yet. And here comes one of them. And then here comes the second one. And that should be everybody buried. We do have the majority of our stick traps already placed. I think they're done here. We can't do it on the inner ring here because there's really no room unless we want to move the graves. The side over here is done. I think the main wall is almost done. I think it is done. Okay, so we don't need to go down this little stretch here because there's no walling on this side, so they can't even get there if they wanted to. And so hopefully we can go ahead and harvest a bunch of this stuff up and start making food again because we are starting to starve, so we have a little bit of time here before we run into any real issues here. And I would love if they go ahead and start cooking. They should be cooking. Who's my best cook? Let's actually disable harvesting for some of these people just so they go ahead and start cooking, and hopefully we have some food getting produced. Okay, so we're finally done with the clay walls here, and I think it kind of made it worse because now we are at 52 degrees in here, and the other rooms that don't have the insulation in are sitting around 43 to 47 during the day. So I think we shouldn't have done that because I think it just made it worse. It doesn't seem to be making this room any cooler. I think it's meant to keep the heat in. I think I might have misunderstood how to do this. So what we might end up doing actually is, if this doesn't get any better, because now it's at, well, I thought it's at 60 degrees, but that's on the wall itself, but it's still at 52. What we might end up doing is going all in on the pickled food. Do we have any on the ground here? We don't have any on the ground. We did have some on the ground a minute ago, but if we can hover over this, it doesn't actually tell us that. Never mind. But on the pickled stuff, we can actually have that stuff stay edible for up to a year, even in this bad little temperature room. So the temperature still makes it go bad, but instead of expiring in 2 days or going bad in 2 days or 4 days, I think it's 4 days is what these things usually start off at, 4 days or something like that. The pickled stuff goes bad in a year and like 6 months or whatever it is, a year and something. So we might actually change all of our food over to that just so that we can go ahead and hopefully have a whole bunch of it backlogged and not have to worry about it going bad. Because this stuff goes bad in a couple days. We don't have that many people to be going through that much food that quickly. So all we're doing is really just wasting a whole bunch of food. This stuff over here, there's really not much we can do about it, right? All the raw food, we can't really preserve that any way that I can think of, right? We don't have any of that stuff researched, anything that I can see in here. I don't think there is anything necessarily allowing us to preserve that food even longer. We can go ahead and get this stuff eventually. We need 20 of the books, which we only have 18 of them right now. So eventually we should be able to go ahead and get that. I think that's the first thing I am going to go ahead and buy is the preserving food and see if it gives us a better alternative to food storage so that we can go ahead and hopefully have food getting stored a little longer than having to pickle everything. because I don't remember what it is that we need for the pickling. We need 10 vegetables and 3 preservatives, so we really can't make a whole lot of that stuff anyways. And then the preservatives we don't even have being made just yet, which are these. No, this is vinegar, not preservatives. Where are the preservatives made at? I don't know where we make those at. I don't know if that's just something that they can make on their own and then they mix them together, because we've definitely had a couple of the pickled vegetables come out of our thing here. I was looking at them. I just don't know who's making the preservatives. I don't have any other tables down that would do anything other than these guys here, so I'm not sure where those are being made at. But anyways, now we're rolling into daytime here. So at nighttime we were sitting at 52 degrees and we are up to an even 53 degrees now. So yeah, I don't know exactly how we should have done this. Maybe we put this stuff on the outer wall here and then have the stone wall on the inside, and maybe that's how you get these things to stay cool. I'm not too sure here. I'm gonna probably have to look that up in between episodes, because we need something storing food that's gonna at least let us keep it being stored at a decent temperature instead of all this, because all the bodies that are up here right now are going bad. Those were in there for quite a while. Now they're all going bad. There's nothing we can do about that. We have a whole bunch of salt over here, but apparently that's not something that goes bad, so we don't really need to store it down here, but we can just have it stockpiling down here regardless. And we're about to have another raid in 2 days, I think, but for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. I'm going to look up how to go ahead and store stuff, because I thought this was the way we needed to do it, but apparently not. We're at 53.6, so I don't know. It's 70 outside. The other rooms that don't have anything in there right now are sitting at a low 40, 44. This guy's at 45, so this stuff should still be going bad. It is indeed. So I don't know what to do exactly about the food thing, but I'm going to go ahead and look that up. Hopefully I can figure it out in between episodes here, but that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.